The Galactic Council Hall looked like a floating sun made of glass where every world in the galaxy watched humanity take its final decision. 52 alien species sat on giant curved seats that surrounded the human table like a circle of judgment. Eyes glowing, bodies still, waiting for one signature that would break the last pride of Earth. The treaty glowed on the table with blue lines dancing like chains, the words simple but cruel. Earth must share all military secrets with the Council for peace. Every camera pointed like weapon, broadcasting across millions of planets where families sat with drinks believing they were watching history of human surrender. The council chairwoman raised her silver-scaled hands and smiled like a queen offering gift to a child. She said with a soft voice that cut like blade, "Humanity, welcome the peace age, share your weapons, trust us and galaxy will trust you." Everyone clapped except the humans. The ambassador did not move, his eyes looked at. Treaty-like man seeing his child being sold. He did not speak because 20 years of insults already taught Galaxy that human silence was answer. They did not negotiate. They endured. And endurance had a breaking point nobody understood. The hall, full of light, became dark in his mind, full of memories of war, sacrifice, dead colonies, stolen research, blocked star roads, and senators laughing while Earth begged for equality. He remembered every moment, every humiliation, every time humans were called weak, emotional, and useless, and suddenly he understood that signing this paper was not peace. It was surrender of soul. He stood slowly, the sound of his chair felt like thunder even though it was soft. All eyes froze, every alien leaned forward, expecting begging words or dramatic speech. But Ambassador did not talk, did not even blink twice. He lifted the treaty with both hands, respecting it like dead body of dream. Then in one sharp movement that looked like lightning cutting cloud, he tore the treaty in half, paper ripped like scream in silent temple. 2 broken pieces fell on glass table like wings ripped. From bird, the hall stopped breathing. You could hear nothing except the pieces touching surface. Ambassador turned around and walked out without one word. His coat moved like shadow leaving history behind. Not one guard stopped him because Galaxy never expected human to do this. His steps were slow but heavy like each step crushed 1,000 years of council pride. Cameras followed him like lost animals, broadcasting his silence to every world. And in that silence billions felt something strange. A fear that came from dignity, not threat. Then laughter exploded like volcano. A senator with purple veins covering his face screamed laughing. Humans are weak, they have no fleet. They ran away like scared animals. Another voice shouted, "The young species acts brave without power." Others clapped at insult. Crowds on alien planets laughed inside bars pointing at screens saying humans are stupid. Memes exploded showing human ships as wooden boats floating in Star Ocean. They joked for days, nights. They laughed because they believed. They watched human civilization die with pride. On council screens Earth flag faded black. Human seat turned off. An official record said, "Earth leaves council, no rights, no support, no protection. Let them starve alone." Chairwoman smiled. Believing she defeated humans without war, without bullets, without effort, she thought future would forget human name in 5 years. But that same night Earth did something Galaxy never expected. Every human colony turned off transmission. Every mining world went dark. Every research station erased from map. Human gates closed like steel doors. Star networks disconnected. Space scanners showed empty signals where millions humans lived yesterday. Council tried contact. No answer. They tried send threat. Silence. They tried hacking nets. Nothing. Humans disappeared like ghosts into darkness. And the galaxy laughed for months, calling humans dramatic children hiding from adults. They thought humanity ran to its small blue home crying, afraid to share toys. But Galaxy did not understand truth. Humanity did not hide, humanity prepared. Under Earth oceans giant shipyards woke like monsters made of metal bones. Under Antarctica mountains heavy doors opened revealing war factories humming like heartbeats. Inside Mars canyons secret labs glowed with ancient symbols discovered 100 years ago when humans found dead machine drifting through darkness that whispered one sentence into computer core. They are coming. Humans never told Council because Council would panic. Humans used century to study technology older than all empires. Combined, they learned gravity like art. They learned energy like blood. They learned silence like weapon. And when Council tried to steal human research, humans smiled and let them think everything they saw was all, while real science continued in shadows. For 2 years humans built something Galaxy never imagined possible. 1,000 warships powered by gravity storms, with armor like living glass absorbing energy, with AI weapons thinking together like one brain, not fleet, but one giant mind stretched across 1,000 blades, built in silence while the galaxy partied. 2 years of silence felt like grave to aliens, but to humans it was pregnancy of future. They worked day and night while stars spun without knowing human hands were crafting storm under calm. And on the 730th day, at exact second when council meetings started to discuss new law banning human trade completely, space near council capital shook like dream breaking. A circle of pure darkness appeared like scar sliced into universe. Alarms screamed across 200 worlds. People ran outside buildings looking at sky screens showing black wound in space glowing with violet lightning veins. Scientists shouted black hole. Generals shouted enemy weapon. Priests shouted end of universe. Then light exploded out of wound, white like star being born. Shapes moved inside light. Big, sharp, silent shapes like giant shadows swimming through sunbeam. And the first ship came out. Black like midnight frozen into sword, covered in blue veins of energy crawling across armor like living thunder. No sound, no engine fire, only pressure in air like mountain falling slowly. Sensors showed nothing understandable, no engine signature, no heat, no drive. Not FTL, not warp, something new, something terrifying because it obeyed no known law of galaxy that IT stopped. Hanging in space like predator staring at prey, then second ship came. Third. 10. 30. 100. Second sky filled with blades of darkness glowing with blue fire. 1,000 ships, council screamed, armies activated, sirens howled across planets, crowds stopped laughing. Every camera zoomed, every alien felt heart drop into stomach, because 2 years ago they said humans have no fleet, and now they watched 1,000 warships rise like stars waking from grave. Council tried speak to ships, no answer, tried scan, failed, tried detect weak signals, nothing. Fleet acted like one organism breathing in silence. Then screen lit in every world, from richest city in capital to poorest child room on forgotten moon. Same human broadcast showing only one line on black screen written in white letters simple like truth spoken by warrior, Earth returns. Not for throne. For truth, galaxy frozen. People who laughed now silent like stone statues. Ambassador face appeared on screen, older, eyes deeper like he saw something galaxy never imagined. He opened mouth and spoke 7 words that shook stars. We left council for one reason. He paused like weight heavier than world. To save the galaxy from death. Screen CUTNO explanation NO war. Only truth dropped like stone into ocean of lies. Millions planets asked same question. Save from what? Enemies? Disease? God? Darkness? Something ancient. Council did not know. Galaxy did not know. But humans knew, and now humans were back. Not small. Not weak. Not begging that 1,000 warships glowing in night like army of sleeping gods returning to battlefield. Council realized too late. Humans were never weak. Humans were waiting in silence. Waiting in darkness. Waiting with patience so sharp it became blade, waiting for the day galaxy needed them. That day had come. The galaxy could not sleep after the 1,000 ships arrived. Planets that never kept lights on at night kept every screen glowing. People watched empty signal screens like they were watching breathing of monster waiting to wake. Council ran emergency meetings every hour. Leaders shouted behind sealed doors. Slaves and servants whispered rumors in kitchen halls. Soldiers in barracks sharpened weapons even though they knew weapons could not scratch human ships glowing like dark glass filled with blue fire. Mothers held children near windows showing stars thinking if war started stars themselves would break. But in middle of all panic, humans said nothing. Their fleet floated like frozen storm. Ships perfectly still. No signal, no traffic. Like whales sleeping under surface of ocean waiting something no one understood. Silence became louder than war. Council head tried send message. Voice shaking though she acted strong. Earth, explain the reason for your return. No reply came. Only static like whisper of ancient ghosts traveling between worlds. Council sent more messages. Thousands languages. Peace calls. Aggressive calls. Desperate calls. Diplomatic calls. Nothing changed. Fleet did not move 1 centimeter. And every second that passed felt like weight crushing galaxy's chest. Finally, after 24 days of silence, a signal arrived. Not audio, not speech, not from ambassador to council, but to entire galaxy at same time. Every screen turned black, every radio turned quiet. Every hologram shifted into same message written in white simple letters like message carved into cave wall by ancient survivor. We left the council because truth was going to kill you. Whole galaxy breathed like one living being. Every child lifted head from pillow to screen. Every old veteran who fought 5 wars in lifetime felt spine cold. Council leaders looked at each other like walls around them melting. Message continued. You believed peace will fall from sky like gift. You believed treaties could erase hunger of stars. You believed politics stronger than darkness beyond maps. You were wrong. Something is coming that does not know peace, does not understand treaty, does not need territory. It only eats light. Screens turned off again. People screamed questions at machines that could not answer. Council tried force humans to talk, sent fighters closer to fleet. But when alien ships approached human formation, they felt invisible wall pushing them back. Weapons went dead, engines lost power, crew panic, emergency alarms howling like wolves trapped inside metal cage. Ships drifted away as if space itself rejecting their presence. Human ships still silent, like mountain watching ants. Council realized humans controlled entire space around fleet like light bubble. Then spy networks activated, not military spies, but civilian ones. Shadows in market, whisper merchants, hackers living in forgotten moons, information hunters trading secrets like life currency. They all searched one question: where did humans get 1,000 ships? And truth traveled not like fire, but like slow poison revealing step by step. It began 2 years earlier when Earth left Council. When Ambassador tore treaty and humans vanished from galaxy maps, they did something no species dared. They shut all doors, not only physical, but historical, cultural, digital, spiritual. Humans took all colonial citizens home, erased colony records, destroyed stargates they built themselves, mined moons to create bombs of silence. They detonated information itself. To galaxy it looked cowardly, to humans it was survival. Under Pacific Ocean, inside metal dome built 60 kilometers deep, 12 human leaders met around circular table. There was no news, no audience, no applause, only voices of people who knew they might never see family again. General Ada Raines, old soldier who fought last Earth Civil War, said, "Council will steal our research and make us slaves using our own future." Scientist Dr. Haru Chen showed hologram of giant object discovered 112 years ago in dead system far beyond Council maps. The object looked like black bone floating in space, smooth and unnatural. When humans touched surface with probe, it woke like dream trapped in stone, and sent one message into computer, not with signal, but with shape inside code. They are coming. Then object died like candle flame eaten by wind. For 100 years humans studied fragments of machine burned by time. They found small patterns, strange metals, symbols older than languages, energy unknown even to human physics. They unlocked pieces of secret that looked impossible. The machine predicted species that eat stars, not conquer enemy, not invade worlds, but swallow sun heat like food, leaving systems dead like bones. Scientists cried when they saw simulation. Entire galaxy turning black in thousands years if no one stops hunger. Council never told truth. Humans did not tell Council truth. Because humans knew Council would panic, blame, attack them, or try control research. Humans feared weakness of politics more than monster in dark space. So Earth began project called Dawn, not to show power, but to protect galaxy that mocked them. They built ships using gravity energy stolen from stars. They built armor from glass that healed by itself. They built AI system called Warden Mind, connecting all ships into one brain. So each ship like cell inside body, feeling, thinking, reacting without waiting order. Many scientists died building weapons they didn't understand. Many pilots spent years training in simulation to fight enemy that didn't exist yet. Children in Earth schools learned basic code of calm. Patience first, fear control, logic in breath, silent strategy. Humanity turned planet into preparation zone while galaxy laughed, drank, danced. Under Jupiter storms humans built ship factory hidden inside red tornado. No scanner could see inside because storm itself killed signals. Under Mars Canyon people created sound machines shaping metal like liquid. In asteroid belts humans tested gravity blades tearing rock without touching it. Earth labs used quantum silence to build drives that move not through space, but outside space for microseconds, like skip of heartbeat. Ambassador knew Council would never allow such power to exist without being owned. So he chose war with Council in hall that looked peaceful. By tearing paper he declared humanity free from politics that could kill billions. In same meeting deep under ocean, Ada Raines said sentence that broke fear in room. We are not leaving because we hate them. We are leaving because we love them too much to show them this. Leaders understood humanity must become shadow for some time, until future appears. Dawn Project activated in secret. Every human system left Council like migrating birds. Colonies closed, children evacuated at night in silence. Ships without lights flew through space like ghosts. Only stars saw them pass. Mining corporations turned into war resource banks. Research universities moved underground. Cultural centers became training rooms where artists and soldiers worked together because humanity believed war not only bullets, but mind. Galaxy kept laughing for 6 months. They said humans too emotional. They said humans weak. They said humans afraid. They said humans children. Humans said nothing. Silence became weapon. And silence taught Galaxy wrong lesson. Galaxy believed silence meant defeat. But truth, silence meant preparation. In 730 days humanity built something no species ever dreamed. A fleet that could hold line against extinction. Not for glory, not for flag, not for throne, but for galaxy that insulted them. When first human ship emerged from Black Wound, every old human scientist watched screen crying because they gave life to metal children built from dreams of survival. Council tried calculate human engine. They failed. Engine had no entry or exit of fuel, only blue pulse like heart. Council tried scan armor. They failed. Armor reflected scans back like mirror showing Council their own fear. Council tried measure distance between ships. They failed. Ships moved like one body with one nervous system. Spy networks discovered only 1% truth and that enough to shake Galaxy. Humans used ancient machine as blueprint. Rumor spread in one night through darkest channels. Humans found God's engine. Others said humans made pact with Demon Star. Some said humans turned into new species half metal half soul. Truth simpler and scarier. Humans learned only enough to build weapons, but not enough to understand them fully, and they were willing to use them for strangers. That truth made aliens afraid in ways gun never can. Council asked again, why you returned? Broadcast answered simple, we return because time is finished. Scientists interpreted message and trembled if time finished. That means enemy close. How close? Nobody knew, but humans knew. They knew code from ancient object match star movement from region outside maps. They knew hunger coming. They knew they only species prepared. They knew Council had no idea war already started in silence. And so for the first time in centuries, the Galactic Council Hall was silent without pride, silent without arrogance, silent with fear that nothing could hide. Screens across thousands worlds showed same image. 1,000 human warships hanging in the darkness like blades carved from night sky, blue veins glowing across their armor like cold lightning frozen inside glass. Skin, every alien citizen, from rich palace worlds to small dust towns, looked at screen without blinking. The same word whispered everywhere like wind blowing inside heart. Why? Why humans return like this? Why humans build fleet bigger than everything Galaxy ever saw and then just stand still? No demand, no threat, no salute, only silence like truth too heavy to speak. Council leaders sat around crystal table, hands shaking under robes, faces pale, some sweating even though hall temperature cold. Council chairwoman looked at dozens blinking holograms showing multiple angles of human fleet and felt old power escape her like water slipping between fingers. She understood something every arrogant leader understands too late. Silence from strong enemy more dangerous than shouting from weak friend. Reports flew across table, robotic voices non-stop like rain. Unknown engine signature, unknown gravity field, unknown heat pattern, unknown communication frequency, unknown material composition. Council scientists fighting each other verbally like children trying prove impossible truth. One shouted engine cannot work without fuel. Another shouted maybe human ships powered by stolen stars. Others talked about wormholes, gravity batteries, ancient tech. Some even whispered word everyone avoided. For centuries, precursor, rumors that humans maybe found lost technology from builders who shaped galaxies before Council species even evolved. Deep fear crawled into bones of generals, because they realized humans might not only have weapons, They might have history no one understood. Council spoke to Galaxy with forced calm voice, trying hide shaking in throat. Do not panic. Humans return for negotiation. But Galaxy not stupid anymore. They saw 1,000 ships exit space wound like army returning from forgotten war. Not like diplomats coming for tea. Fear spread faster than signal, markets crashed, people rushed to buy supplies, planets declare emergency readiness, border worlds shut gates, enemies hugged enemies praying humans not angered. Children cried thinking humans will destroy planets because 2 years ago they left with broken treaty and heavy silence. Meanwhile in Human Fleet Command, calm opposite of chaos inside Council. Inside flagship Aurora, no shouting, no fear, only slow breathing of crew who trained 2 years for moment Galaxy meets truth. Screens showed Council panic but Human Admiral did not smile. His face sad, heavy, like parent watching children run in dark direction thinking monster is human, not shadow behind them. Admiral Aran Hale whispered to AI core shining like floating diamond above table. They still think this fleet is war against them. How blind arrogance can make people. AI replied with voice of quiet storm, fear is math. They see power they do not understand. They expect attack. They do not know enemy is different shape. It is not human. It is hunger. Admiral looked at fleet positions like chessboard in silence. We must reveal truth slowly, before panic causes war with wrong target. Council did not wait for explanation. Fear turned into mistake. One small species commander, young captain from arrogant empire that fought humans in trade war long ago, eyes full of hate remembered recent humiliation. Humans left Council laughing at treaty. His brother died in battle of supply route. His mind filled with anger not logic. He saw human fleet and felt rage like burning knife. He shouted to crew, we strike first, before humans strike us. If we hesitate, Galaxy ends. Crew terrified but obeyed, because chain of command stronger than reason in moment of fear. He fired one beam, small in comparison to Council fleet, but symbol heavy, bright red line cut space like screams of history, heading straight toward front line of human fleet. Across Galaxy people shouted screens, no! Stop! Because everyone saw human ships still, passive, like stone warrior meditating before battle. Firing looked like stabbing man in prayer. Beam hit human flagship armor. Something impossible happened, not explosion, not heat, not damage, but quiet ripple across glass armor like water being touched by finger. Energy absorbed and then blue veins glowed brighter like armor eating attack and turning pain into light. Council sensors screamed confused warning. Human ship absorbed enemy fire and increased its power output by 12%. It took weapon meant to kill and used it as food. Galaxy went silent again. Young captain realized his mistake. Panic filled his eyes. He understood history will remember him as fool who attacked fleet that did nothing. He shouted order to retreat. But too late, Council panic erupted. Admirals screamed commands. Armies powered weapons. Whole fleets moved. Thousands ships pointed guns at humans ready for war they did not want. But human fleet did not move 1 meter. No weapon activated, no counterattack. Only one broadcast came from human flagship, spoken by Ambassador. Himself, face calm, voice soft, words heavy like mountain falling on ego. We are not here to fight the Council. We are here to fight what you cannot see. Council froze. Before anyone could speak, another shock came. Human ships started moving, not like many ships, but like one living organism spreading wings made of metal. 1,000 ships turned in perfect harmony without communication delay, like gravity puppet strings connecting them invisibly. Formation changed shape into giant circle protecting empty space in center. Admiral Hale spoke to his crew, show them the truth, but not too much. They panic if they see full picture. Human ships projected hologram into sky above Council capital. Giant 3D image visible from cities without screens. Whole sky became battlefield simulation showing dark thing approaching galaxy border. Not ship, not civilization, but massive shifting gravity forming shape like star dying into monster. Tentacles of void eating light like food. People screamed thinking horror story, but Ambassador voice calm so everyone listened. This is what we prepare for. This is what you laugh at for 20 years. Alien senators cried inside Council Hall watching nightmare approach border. Ambassador continued, you think we came back with weapons for revenge. You are wrong. We came back with weapons for protection. His eyes looked like he aged 100 years protecting truth alone. Council chairwoman whispered broken voice. Why? Why you did not tell us? We could prepare together. Ambassador replied like father who watched child ignore lesson. Because you would fight us for control instead of fighting enemy with unity. Those words broke pride inside chamber. Everyone knew truth. Council fights itself for chairs, not galaxy for life. Many senators dropped to seats with shame, remembering how they laughed when humans asked for equal rights, how they mocked human science, how they blocked human colonies out of ego, now seeing humans built weapons not to rule, but to save those who insulted them. Galaxy opinion changed instantly. People talked not about fear but guilt. Humans retreated to protect us, not attack us. Tears rolled on faces across worlds. Young captain who fired first beam contacted human ship requesting forgiveness. Human admiral responded gently, your fear is forgiven. We need your strength now. Enemy who attacked became ally with one sentence. Council ordered ceasefire. Fleet weapons turned off slowly. One by one lights dimmed like shame fading. Big empires lowered shields. Smaller ones followed. Council chairwoman stood and bowed head on camera to ambassador. Whole galaxy saw leader of 52 worlds bowing to human diplomat. Not slave Bo, respect Bo, she said, we accept your return. Ambassador replied, we did not ask acceptance. We ask unity. Council answered, then take the lead. Shocking moment, Galaxy offered command to Earth, not because humans demanded, because Galaxy finally understood who prepared fastest and who sacrificed most. Ambassador shook head, we will not lead like kings. We will stand first like shields. That line burned into Galaxy history like star scar. Humans do not lead from throne, humans lead from front. Council reformed into war alliance called Unified Dawn. Name given by alien child watching broadcast who said, humans bring dawn. Alliance used children's name, not generals. As fleets aligned together, Council asked final question, why Council not see any of your ships for 2 years? Ambassador answered quiet, because we shut doors to build future you would try to control. Galaxy cried again. Then last revelation hit chamber like earthquake, ancient object that warned humans 2 generations earlier displayed in hologram. Ambassador explained how machine whispered message into human computers, how humans spent century understanding a warning older than every empire combined, how humans did not fear council jokes because real fear coming from outside map. One senator asked shaking voice, why keep secret alone? Ambassador replied emotional, because secrets shared in council become weapons of politics. We did not have time for your games. Everyone remembered their own selfish laws, their greed, their insults. Silence heavy. Then Ambassador spoke final words of part 3, enemy will arrive soon. We have 2 years left. If we fight each other one more day, we all die. If we fight together, we all live. Crowds across galaxy repeated his sentence like prayer. In homes, parents told children, humans were humble while we were arrogant. Humans prepared while we mocked. Humans built weapons while we partied. Humans became shield while we slept. Council declared new law. Humans get equal vote, not crown. Humans accepted. In dark space beyond senses, ancient hunger moved slowly toward galaxy border, eating stars without noise. But this time galaxy not alone. Human fleets spread wings across night like glowing armor protecting 52 worlds. The species nobody respected became wall between darkness and light. And whole galaxy understood truth too late. Human silence never meant weakness. Human silence meant preparation. The council chamber had never looked this way before, not in thousands years, not even during plague wars, not during the 5 species collapses, not during Black Sun crisis. Never had so many leaders sat together without arguing, without shouting, without fighting for microphone. Room filled with silence that did not carry pride anymore. Silence heavy with shame and hope mixed like. Storm and dawn touching same sky. Council members looked at humans like children look at parents returning from battle they never understood. Old anger washed away in one moment. Replaced by fear of something larger than ego. Ambassador stood in center. Floor made of transparent crystal showing stars below feet. Like he was standing above galaxy itself. Thousands of hologram screens connected leaders from distant worlds. Citizens watching from city squares. dust towns, space stations, even prison cells, everybody watching same breath, waiting for truth. Council chairwoman spoke weak voice, words trembling not from fear of humans now, but fear of enemy invisible. Tell us everything. No politics, no mask, only small words heavy with responsibility. Ambassador took breath that felt like weight of 2 years on shoulders. His eyes dark like someone who lost sleep counting days until nightmare arrives. He lifted hand and projection appeared around chamber. Map of galaxy shifting like beating heart, borders glowing, lights showing life. Then map zoomed out beyond known space, beyond mapped stars, beyond council pride walls, and revealed empty void. Darkness so thick it looked alive, swirling patterns like creature sleeping under blanket of nothing. People gasped, some covered mouths, some cried silently without knowing why, because darkness felt wrong, like hunger waiting. Ambassador voice calm like teacher explaining painful lesson. What you see is called abyss sector by humans. It sits outside council borders. Council believes nothing exists there. Council was wrong. Something exists there. Something older than light. Projection showed huge shape moving slowly through void, but not machine, not ship, not empire. Movement itself looked alive, like darkness crawling through space eating light around it. Stars near shape were dim, like dying candles. People screamed in hall. Mothers on distant planets hugged children near screens. Fathers stared with disbelief. Soldiers clenched fists wishing bullets could hit shadow. Ambassador continued, this is first known image from ancient probe humans found 112 years ago. Probe belonged to civilization that no longer exists. Hall filled with whispers. Extinct civilization? Council knew legends about old worlds disappearing suddenly. They thought myth. Now myth looked real, heavy and black in center of galaxy map. Ambassador switched image to old machine. Broken metal piece floating on hospital table of science history. Scratches, unknown symbols, burnt edges, everything showing struggle of something that resisted time. This machine was warning. It died after we understood message. That message saved every person watching this today. Council heads bowed heads, shame mixing with survival instinct. One old alien senator asked shaky voice, claws trembling, did you tell anyone? Ambassador looked at him like father looking at scared child. We did not tell council because council is unstable. You argue for years about small laws. You go to war for borders that mean nothing to stars. If we told truth, you would try control machine, control weapons, control fear. You would waste time fighting each other while enemy eats suns. We did not have time for your politics. So we left. Those words hit chamber like comet. Many leaders began to cry quietly. Years of arrogance breaking like glass around heart. Images changed again, showing human cities working like hives, people building giant metal structures, warships being born like children from glowing factories, humans training in silence, families giving sons and daughters to project bigger than any planet. Project Dawn, Ambassador said, not for power, not for throne, not for revenge. For survival. Council saw scenes in hologram, humans building machines under oceans, under mountains, in asteroid belts, small kids learning emergency codes, artists designing calm centers for psychological strength, entire species preparing while galaxy mocked them. Chairwoman wiped tears, whispered, we were celebrating peace while you were preparing for war without glory. Ambassador nodded, we wanted peace too. But peace without preparation is slow death. Then hologram showed simulation. Dark shape reaching council space in timeline less than 2 years, eating light from stars like flame consumed by cold water in opposite direction. Some senators fainted, doctors ran around chamber. Screens across world showed same nightmare. Panic waves hit cities, riots about to start, people screaming prayers, children crying louder. Ambassador raised hand and everything stopped. Not panic, not fear, but sound stopped because his next words too important. His voice soft like someone comforting whole galaxy. Listen. Galaxy is not dying yet. We are not here to show fear. We are here to show plan. Plan? People leaned forward like gravity pulling ears. Ambassador touched hologram and simulation changed again. This time human fleet standing between darkness and council space, absorbing damage, blocking hunger, giving galaxy time, delaying death. He explained, Our fleet can stop advance for limited time. Not forever, but long enough for Galaxy to prepare. People cried again, but not fear tears, gratitude tears. Species who insulted humans realizing humans building shield for them, not sword against them. Then chairwoman asked question everyone scared to speak. Voice like whisper of broken glass. Will we survive? Whole hall held breath like universe waiting answer. Ambassador did not answer fast. Silence long, heavy, like slow rain hitting window before storm. Then he spoke line that would become legend written in history books, painted on walls, whispered in schools, tattoos on soldiers' arms, prayer on lips of dying warriors. We survive not because enemy is weak. We survive because we are many, together. One species alone will die. 52 together will live. Hall shook with emotion. Screens across Galaxy filled with people crying, cheering, hugging strangers in streets, enemies forgiving enemies, borders meaningless in moment of truth. Ambassador continued with fire in eyes. Humans alone cannot win. Council alone cannot win. But united, we become light strong enough to blind darkness. This is why we returned. Not to rule, but to stand first. Council chairwoman fell to one knee, symbol of highest respect in her culture. Then entire hall did same, countless leaders kneeling to one human ambassador, not because he demanded, but because he gave respect first by suffering for Galaxy alone. Ambassador refused crown offered by council. No throne. No empire. Only unity. Decisions will be shared. Humans will command frontline. Council will support with everything. For first time council agreed without vote, without debate, without argument, unity formed not by law, but by fear of common end and respect for truth. Then Ambassador revealed most emotional truth. Hologram changed to old human diary entries from scientists who died building ship engines, messages to unborn children, families writing letters knowing they might not return. Entire chamber cried seeing humans give life for Galaxy that laughed at them. Messages simple, pure. We build this so someone we never meet will live. That broke every wall of ego. Then last hologram. Line of soldiers in training room, each repeating slow phrase together. Silence is not weakness. Silence is waiting. That line became anthem across Galaxy. Council asked final question. What should Galaxy do now? Ambassador turned map showing all species territories merging into one giant shape. Words written above like promise burned into stars. Unified Dawn Initiative. He answered, everything. Every resource, every mind, every dream. Because if we fail together, stars will forget we ever lived. Right then broadcast ended, leaving Galaxy in silence filled not with fear, but with purpose. People across worlds looked up at stars differently now, seeing not cold light, but reason to fight. Parents told children. Humans were insulted, humans were isolated, humans were mocked, but they still prepared for us. Children asked, why? Parents answered with tears, because humans believe future is worth dying for. In the dark space beyond border, hunger moved closer, but this time not toward weak Galaxy, but toward shield made from human silence and Galaxy unity. And whole Galaxy whispered words that changed destiny. War did not begin with explosions, not with metal screaming, not with stars dying. War began with change. Silent change that touches everything, inside ships, inside hearts, inside belief. Unified Dawn Alliance formed overnight, but understanding each other would take time. Council fleets gathered around human war formation like planets orbiting star. Thousands ships from 52 species, different shapes, different colors, different designs, old enemies flying side by side. Soldiers who once pointed guns at each other now standing in same corridors, looking at each other with confused eyes. Fear mixed with respect because everyone knew reason they stood here was death moving closer, not politics pushing away. Human fleet became central heart of training. Every alien captain expected to learn human tactics, human thinking, human silence. Problem was simple. Other species trained for war with pride. Humans trained for war with fear controlled. Humans did not think war glory. Humans thought war mathematics, logic, cost, survival, no hero fantasy, no honor fight, no sword dance. For humans every bullet is question. How many lives saved? This thinking shocked many aliens, especially warrior species who believed dying brave glory for clan. Human General Ada Rains watched alien soldiers testing combat simulation. They moved loud, they moved angry, they moved fast but without thinking long. She stopped exercise, whole hall froze, she spoke voice soft but sharp. War is not running into fire. War is making fire walk into you. Aliens confused, someone laughed, she did not react, only raised simulation again. This time she showed video from human history, not space battle, not machines, but street with fire burning, civilians running, soldiers building shield wall to protect babies and elders first, not attacking enemy first. Her voice calm, humans survive because we protect weakest first. Strong does not need shield, child does. Some aliens dropped heads, because their culture always protected strongest first, leaving weak to die in name of pride. Training halls became emotional battlefield, cultures broke, beliefs challenged. Soldiers cried when they realized they lived life thinking war glory. But now war not glory, war hunger coming to eat light of home stars. A young alien officer, for arms shaking, asked human mentor, why humans always talk about fear? Fear makes warrior weak. Mentor smiled tiny, no. Fear makes warrior careful. Anger makes warrior blind. His answer simple like stone but heavy like mountain, officers silent, thinking all life they were told fear shame. But humans teaching fear tool, not chain. Meanwhile AI warden mind coordinated fleets like conductor guiding orchestra of stars. Thousands ships moved in formation like wings of huge creature made from metal and light. Alien ships unbalanced at first, engines out of sync, firing lines wrong. Humans helped calibrate every ship, teaching precision like heartbeat. Inside command room of flagship Aurora, Admiral Aran Hale watched big holomap, area beyond council border marked with red breathing line like wound expanding slowly. Scientists whispered enemy movement still far, but Admiral Eyes saw something else in pattern. Enemy scouts already moving near, small bits of gravity break signals like insects scouting before storm. He whispered, war is not coming. War already here. AI responded, enemy scout movement calculated. They eat fuel from dark matter pockets. They will reach border within 1 year. Admiral closed eyes, thinking 1 year not time, 1 year blink. Council chairwoman arrived on Aurora for first joint strategy meeting. She entered room and felt air heavy like last funeral speech before battle. She saw human officers young and old, eyes scarred not by war they fought, but war they expect. She sat quietly, ambassador across table. They looked each other like two leaders tied by destiny heavy enough bend stars. Chairwoman asked question carried weight of galaxy. Tell me truth. Can we win? Ambassador looked not with light of pride, but with truth of tired father. We do not win war like heroes. We win war like survivors. Victory for us is survival for all, not banner on ruins. Her eyes filled with tears. She realized humans abandoned ego long before council abandoned arrogance. Humans not dream empire seated on throne of victory. Humans dream galaxy alive enough to argue about politics again one day. Then scientists presented ancient star maps, data from probe combined with human research. It showed enemy path like river of dark matter through space, shape-shifting around gravity wells, avoiding big clusters first, eating small stars, weak lights, slow kill pattern. Ambassador explained, they eat small stars first to grow. When they big enough, they eat galaxy center. Then everything ends. Hall choked on silence. Leaders from proud empires cried openly. Fear not shame now, fear unity now. Training intensified, species learned each other languages. Soldiers from warrior planets learned human silence meditation. Humans learned alien energy control techniques. Mixture of cultures created new discipline called shield doctrine. Not sword doctrine. Shield because alliance goal not kill enemy. Shield galaxy from enemy long enough to build final weapon. What weapon? Unknown now. Humans building something bigger than flagship inside Jupiter storm. Secret even council does not know yet. Admiral Eyes holds secret like stone under deep ocean. Painful but necessary. During training, emotional moments everywhere. Alien soldier from species once enemy of humans walked to young human engineer working alone on broken drone. He asked, why you helped me yesterday? My people killed your brother years ago. Young human answered simple, no anger, because your children did not kill my brother. Alien broke down crying like child. Soldiers held him. cultures healing with tears, war forging unity deeper than treaty ever could. Galaxy watched all training broadcasts like holy ceremony. Children in cities repeated human phrases. Silence is waiting, fear is careful. Together we live. Songs created with words of ambassador. Markets printed posters of shield doctrine. Ancient religions added new prayer lines asking stars give humans strength. But even with unity growing, darkness moved closer. Sensors at border pinged first sign like needle touching skin. Slight gravity distortion at far edge of map. Only humans recognized pattern. Only humans trained 2 years for this moment. Admiral ordered silent alarm. Lights in human fleet turned blue, not red. Blue color meaning preparation, not panic. Aliens confused by color. Humans explained. Red panic breaks discipline. Blue calm builds discipline. Whole alliance adopted blue code. Inside border station, young alien sensor officer read data shaking. Numbers impossible. Gravity dropped too high for normal object. Shape without mass reading, energy pattern negative. He whispered to Commander, "Is this them?" Commander whispered back, "Yes." Station sent message to Council and human fleet, shadow scene. That message 2 words made whole alliance hold breath. Ambassador received message and looked at stars through glass window, nothing visible yet. But he felt weight of millions' lives behind his shoulders. He whispered prayer humans say before war, "Let our fear make us wise." He turned to chairwoman, her face pale, hands cold, but voice strong now, "Tell Galaxy truth." Ambassador nodded. Broadcast system activated, every screen again turned black. Then Ambassador face appeared, eyes reflecting stars like small lights inside soul. His voice calm, controlled like person holding whole world steady. Today we saw first sign. Today we enter real war. This is not human war. This is our war. He paused small but heavy, then said words that made Galaxy stand and join hands in streets, in homes, in stations. No species alone will die. No species alone will live. We fight as one. Children repeated, soldiers repeated, mothers repeated, governors repeated. Galaxy began chant, one light, one wall, one dawn. Unity not dream now, unity battle cry. Council fleets lined up behind humans, weapons charged but controlled, heartbeats synced by training, fear turned into purpose. Last scene of part 5 emotional like sunrise after night too long. On small moon near border, child looked at sky with father. Father soldier leaving soon, child asked, small voice trembling, will humans protect us? Father lifted child in arms and pointed sky glowing with formation of 1,000 ships shining like silver shield. Human silence protected us when we laughed. Imagine what human voice will do now that we stand with them. Child hugged father and whispered, I'm not scared anymore. Father smiled tears. Far away in dark border space, gravity hole pulsed faint like heartbeat of monster waking. War did not start tomorrow, war started today and Galaxy no longer alone. Human fleet moved forward, engines glowing like dawn rising from endless night. Dark border of council space looked peaceful, like empty sky without stars. But peace was illusion drawn on surface of deep ocean hiding giant under waves. Scanners showed nothing. Eyes saw nothing. Silence felt complete. But every human officer knew silence now danger. Silence before storm that nobody can stop. Fleet formation stretched across thin line of space like silver wall separating light from absolute darkness. Human ships forward, council ships behind. 1,000 human warships glowed blue veins like rivers of power under glass skin. Soldiers inside breathed slow rhythm taught during training. Calm heartbeat, sharp mind, fear controlled, every breath counted like step toward history. Suddenly space bent, not explosion, not flash, not sound, just bending of stars, like invisible hand grabbed space fabric and twisted small piece. Scanners screamed alarm without voice, gravity values breaking logic. Shape appeared like hole without border. Dark bubble growing from nothing like ink cloud floating in clear water. People watching on screens across galaxy felt their skin cold, because object did not reflect light. Object swallowed light like animal drinking water, small at first. Like ship size, but shape wrong, no edges, no lines, no symmetry. Moving like shadow of something moving in 4 dimensions leaking into 3. Soldiers whispered, they are here. Admiral Aran Hale stood center of command bridge. Eyes sharp but heart beating heavy. He whispered to AI, "Measure it." AI answered, voice low like storm under ocean, "Mass cannot be determined. Object does not have mass in normal sense. Gravity signature negative. It eats gravity and releases imbalance." Admiral understood instant. Enemy weapon not bullets, enemy weapon nature itself. Physics broken like bones snapped by unknown hand. Enemy scout pulsed like heartbeat and gravity wave blasted forward without light, without heat, without explosion. Wave slammed into front human ships. Shields groaned like mountains pushed by storm. Glass armor cracked pattern like spider web but healed in seconds, glowing brighter like pain turned into strength. Human design working, soldiers cheering relief. But relief died when second pulse came faster, stronger, like creature learning enemy resilience. Shield flickered, armor dimmed. Systems shook like bones in giant mouth. Admiral ordered, "Hold formation. Focus energy to front arc." Crew moved like one body. AI distributed power instantly. Ships in back gave energy to ships in front. Fleet became living organisms sharing blood. Council ships behind watched horror. Their shields useless here. Their engines weak. Their weapons meaningless against gravity storm. Officers frozen. Fear turned into helplessness. Some cried seeing humans absorbing death wave for them. This moment galaxy understood real war, not council versus humans, but light versus hunger. Enemy scout moved closer. Gravity around edge of human fleet twisted like metal plate bending. Small moon orbiting border cracked surface. Mountains lifted. Stones bigger than cities flew into air like feathers. Children on moon screamed. Moon atmosphere shaking like glass bowl hit by hammer. Admiral saw moon dying. Thousands civilians living mining stations. If moon breaks they all die. He whisper command, voice filled with pain. Warden mind. Calculate sacrifice path. AI voice soft like someone crying without tears. One ship can block wave long enough to protect moon. Admiral asked quiet, "Which ship?" AI paused microsecond like choosing between children, then replied, "Arc 17. Whole bridge cold." Arc 17 was oldest ship, first built, symbol of Dawn Project. Ship crew believed lucky charm. Many officers started career there. Admiral knew captain personally. Young woman who lost family building this fleet. He closed eyes, one heartbeat. Then spoke, order heavy like universe resting on word. Arc 17, shield moon. All hands evacuate if possible. But captain answered instantly, voice calm, no panic, no shaking, no time to evacuate. If we leave ship, moon dies. We stay. This is why we trained. Her courage broke hearts on every channel, millions watching. She said line with smile like sunrise. If stars have to choose, let them choose life. Then she cut transmission. Arc 17 moved forward alone into gravity storm like bird flying into hurricane to protect nest. Ship glowing blue veins like veins of hero running to stop fire. Enemy pulse hit Arc 17 directly. Wave warped armor like bending planet. Energy spike enormous. Hull screamed vibration like mountain cracking. Crew held hands near console. Some praying old earth languages, some whispering children's names. Some soldiers smiling tears because they knew death meaning now. Not dying for planet, but dying. For galaxy children they will never meet. Moon stabilized, cracking stopped, atmosphere returned normal. Civilians hugged each other crying. Looking at sky, seeing blue flash from Arc 17 like final heartbeat. Then silence. Arc 17 light flickered. Engines exploded in quiet burst like candle going off. Pieces of ship floated like ashes in dark water. AI voice quiet. Arc 17, gone. Admiral fists tightened so hard blood came out skin. But he held tears. Crew around silent. Heavy silence. Not cold silence. Silence full of respect, sadness, love, unity. Galaxy saw sacrifice live. Billions watched one ship die to stop wave that could erase moon. Children cried with parents. Warriors fell to knees. Council members wept openly in hall. No shame, no politics. Ambassador silent tears on face. Seeing vessel that protected galaxy for 2 years vanish in 1 minute. Chairwoman hand on screen whispered, "Thank you." Enemy scout paused like creature confused why its food blocked. Gravity around shape twisted again. Then object retreated small distance like testing. Admiral realized enemy learning. Intelligence not crazy, enemy thinks, enemy adapts. This not animal. This mind born from physics humans never understood. He ordered, do not chase. Hold line. Because chasing darkness into void death for fleet. War must be strategy, not anger. Council ships sent thousands messages of respect to humans. For first-time species from all corners spoke one voice, we owe you everything. But humans did not answer victory celebration. Admiral voice flat, enemy just tested us with one scout. This war not wave. War ocean behind wave. Funeral ceremony held on every human ship, not for bodies because bodies gone into void, but for names, for faces, for stories. Arc 17 crew families gathered in hall made from white metal and glowing lines. Ambassador stood front speaking words without pride, without heroism myth, only truth. They died not to be remembered as heroes. They died so galaxy can build future they never see. People cried slow heavy tears. Across galaxy, images of Arc 17 last flight became symbol. Children drew picture of one small ship facing giant darkness. Languages printed line from captain, let stars choose life. That became sentence written on banners, murals, songs played in night markets, prayer in temples, code in computers. Council realized now enemy cannot be reasoned with, cannot talk, cannot negotiate, cannot understand diplomacy. Darkness only understands hunger. Chairwoman said loud voice in council hall. We cannot talk peace with thing that eats light. Everyone nodded. War not political conflict now. War survival math. Ambassador met council leaders after funeral. Face tired but eyes fire stronger. Chairwoman asked, how we keep hope when we saw scout killed whole ship. Ambassador hands shaking but voice steady. Fear is enemy, but hope is weapon. Whole room silent. That line felt like life rope thrown into storm. He continued, fear makes panic. Hope makes plan. Hope makes engineer build machine. Hope makes soldier hold line. Hope makes child grow without hate. We use fear to stay careful. We use hope to stay standing. Council leaders listened like students learning truth not from book but from sacrifice of people they watched die. Then Ambassador revealed next stage of plan. Hologram changed to giant structure hidden in Jupiter storm. Shape bigger than any flagship. Spinning rings around glowing core like artificial star being born in metal womb. Council gasped. Scientists speechless. Ambassador explained, this is Arc Titan. Last weapon. Engine designed from ancient probe study. It can bend gravity into shield wall strong enough to stop main wave. Council eyes wide. Hope mixed with terror. Will it work? Ambassador smiled tiny. We do not know. But we will not wait to know. Scientists understood meaning. Failure or success, humanity will stand first. Then alarm again. Small gravity wave pinged border. Admiral looked map. Saw multiple pulses now. Not one scout. But small group, enemy testing larger pattern. Like fingers touching wall before punching through. He whispered heavy. They coming faster now. Council panic rising. Ambassador looked at chairwoman. Voice like anchor in storm. Galaxy must send everything now. No more delay. No more debate. Chairwoman nodded. Turned to screens. All worlds activate war production. Every hand for future. Ministers signed law without vote. Factories switched to weapon building. Universities turned to engineering labs. Artists created war songs to give courage. Children wrote letters to soldiers thanking them for protecting stars. Galaxy not divided now. Galaxy one living organism preparing to fight darkness. Human fleet moved forward slightly, tightening formation, lights glowing brighter, like silver wall pulsing life. Council fleets positioned behind, ready support, Admiral voice broadcast to soldiers. You saw sacrifice today. And you will see more. But remember this, Arc 17 did not die for humans. They died for galaxy. Soldiers shouted together, for galaxy. Echo traveled through ships like thunder in metal sky. On small moon saved by Arc 17, child looked at night sky. Father pointed floating lights from human fleet. Child asked, will darkness come back? Father hugged child, yes. But now we know we can stand. Child whispered, because humans choose life. Father smiled soft tears. In deep space beyond maps, enemy waves multiplied slow like infection growing in hidden blood. But now galaxy waiting, not blind anymore. Humans holding sword of light created from silence and pain. Council holding shield of unity created from truth. Next days, Small gravity waves kept hitting shield formation, humans holding, ships glowing brighter every time energy absorbed, technology working like idea of engineer who wanted stars safe, enemy learning, humans learning faster. Fight. The day did not begin with sunrise, because in space there is no day, but it felt like whole galaxy woke up together, like every heart beat same rhythm. All screens on planets showed same number counting down. 365 days left. Human scientists did not hide truth. Now, timeline displayed for all worlds, not to create panic, but to create purpose. Every life became soldier of future. Children painting pictures of human fleet in school. Farmers singing new war song while planting food. Miners carving words from Captain of Arc 17 on stone walls of tunnels. Let stars choose life. Teenagers learning shield doctrine in gym instead of sports. Whole culture changing like river finding new path after flood. Not because someone forced, but because everyone understood survival only possible if every hand builds future. On borderline, human fleet looked different now, armor glowing brighter from energy absorbed over days, ships like giant heart-beating light, council fleets behind stretched long like silver chain of worlds connected through unity, ships from 100 cultures painted same symbol on hull. Small circle with rays shining out, symbol of unified dawn. No flag, no empire sign, no royal crest, only sign meaning we survive together. Ambassador walked through training hall talking to young soldiers from different planets, eyes tired but face soft. He listened to their fears, their dreams, their questions. One young alien girl asked shy voice, "Will humans die again?" Ambassador kneeled to her height, answering voice soft like father. Humans will die, aliens will die, stars will die, but idea does not die. Unity does not die. That is victory. Girl hugged him, her small tears touched his shoulder. Other soldiers felt shiver in heart. Because war not abstract now, war personal like family story. Far from border, inside Jupiter storm, Arc-Titan waited like sleeping god of metal. Structure bigger than mountain floating under red clouds. Rings spinning around glowing core. Engineers working non-stop inside belly of Titan. Building systems from theory older than history books. Codes nobody fully understands. Risk higher than fear. Every engineer signing name in logbook with line. Build for those who will live after us. Some engineers died during tests. Their names carved on hull surface. Glowing like stars, Admiral visited site once. Looking at Titan body shaking slightly under storm pressure. He touched metal wall once and whispered, "Wake for us." Like talking to living creature. Alliance formed new council. Not political lions roaring but survivors sitting together planning last stand. Chairwoman and ambassador side by side every day. Discussing strategy without ego. Ambassador teaching chairwoman ancient idea from Earth Wars. Frontline never alone, backline never silent. Meaning warriors need supply of hope, not only weapons, so council created message network running to every house in galaxy. Positive messages from children sent to soldiers on border, soldiers sent. Thanks videos. Cultures healing century-long wounds with seconds of kindness. Training reached final stage. Simulation room showed full enemy wave approaching. Huge shape covering half map. Soldiers saw how big enemy truly is. Some crawled back shaking, some cried, some angry. But mentor always said same line, do not fight shape. Fight inch, meaning big enemy breaks mind, small piece enemy breaks fear. Soldiers repeated like mantra, fight inch. Turning overwhelming fear into small pieces they can hold. Admiral called meeting of High Command 2 months before expected arrival. Faces from 52 species present. 3D map showing formation like painting drawn with fire, humans front, 3 layers, council ships behind in V-shape formation to deflect energy waves. Arc-Titan center behind human core like sun inside shield. Admiral voice heavy but confident. We will not fight for victory. We fight for time. Every second enemy delayed means galaxy continues breathing. Some species leaders cried hearing war plan where victory measured not in glory, but seconds of life. Then moment galaxy waited and feared came without sound. Scanners on border stations screamed values impossible. Gravity dropped like hole opening into hell. Stars near border dimmed suddenly, energy reading spiking, small white dwarfs turning red, like light being sucked from flame without smoke. Officers on station shouted signals. Admiral ordered full activation. Blue lights everywhere. Engines awake like thunder in silence. Human fleet spread wings into giant arc covering horizon of space. Council fleet aligned behind without hesitation. No argument, no pride, only purpose. Enemy wave appeared not like ship entering space. Enemy wave appeared like shadow falling on city in ancient Earth morning. Huge shape without edges, depth infinite, no color, no pattern. Living darkness that eats math itself. Sensors breaking trying count size. Numbers overflow like rain. Admiral whispered heavy. That is only the front. Whole command room shaking with realization that wave bigger than any image could show. Galaxy watching livestream cried like whole species children again. Wave sent pulse, not explosion, not heat, not laser, but gravity flood like black river. Hitting human shield like mountain falling on mountain. Ships groaned, armor cracked then healed. Lights flickered then glowed bright again. Humans shouted power transfer orders. AI warden mind executed millions commands in 1 second. Energy distributed like blood to broken cells. Fleet stayed standing, soldiers shouting hold. Council ships behind holding position like warriors trusting humans with heart. No fear in eyes now, only fire. Second wave stronger, metal screamed. Some ships' engines overheated, crews sweating tears. Some hull pieces flying like metal feathers into void. Admiral holding console with hands bleeding but refusing medkit. Shouting voice breaking but steady. Hold line. Arc Titan needs time. Engineers inside Titan crying while hands running across panels. Trying start reactor faster than death approaching. Arc Titan rings started glowing faint. Red clouds around storm parted like giant opening eye. Light from core spread like slow heartbeat. Energy rising like sun igniting in darkness. People watching screens across galaxy dropped to knees in their homes. Praying not to God but to future. Because they saw last weapon rising against impossible enemy. Enemy wave learning faster. Third pulse came, strongest so far, breaking front line of human fleet. Ships in first row exploded like stars dying silent. Fragments glowing like souls flying out. Screams in command room, admiral clenching teeth. Giving order no warrior likes, fall back half a meter. Meaning give enemy space to stabilize formation. Crew executed order without hesitation. A fall back not defeat, but strategy inch by inch. Council ships saw human losses and cried. No species laughed today, no enemy among council now. They shouted support messages across channels. We with you, hold for us. We stand with Earth. Species once arrogant now soldiers of dawn. Arc Titan rings glowing like second sun. Vibration making whole Jupiter storm shake. Admiral eyes wide seeing value reach threshold. He whispered, do it. Engineers pressed final code. Core exploded into blue sphere of gravity reversed. Shield wave expanded from Titan like giant bubble of light. Spreading forward swallowing human fleet, council fleet, and pushing against enemy wave like wall of light pushing tide of black water. Two forces collided. Reality trembling like world made of paper. Shaking under storm. Border stars flickered, light versus darkness hitting like two oceans crashing. Time felt slow, 1 second like minute. Whole galaxy waiting like children watching parent fight monster outside door. Then moment came. Enemy wave stopped moving forward. Shield wall held, not victory, not triumph, but time, precious time humans promised. Admiral collapsed to knees seeing shield stable. Tears falling not from sadness now, but relief deeper than ocean. Crew hugged each other crying. Council ships cheering screens. People on planet screaming joy like New Year born. Children lifted by parents shouting line from ambassador. We survive together. Ambassador broadcast across galaxy. Face dirty with sweat and tears. Voice shaking but strong. This is only beginning. But we held line. Today galaxy breathes because we all stood as one. His words echoed like thunder through cities, villages, space stations, prison cells, temples, bars, farms, everywhere. Galaxy united like never in history older than stars. Then last emotional moment of part 7. Council asked live question millions thinking. Will Earth lead us now? Ambassador looked screen, eyes heavy with sadness of lost ships but hope of shield standing. He answered soft. Earth will not lead alone. Earth walks first. You walk with us. Galaxy whispered back. We walk with you. Scene closes on border screen showing human fleet glowing like wall of stars. Council fleet behind like constellation of future. Arc Titan core burning like artificial sun born from sacrifice. An enemy wave waiting, testing wall. Like monster smart enough no wall will break one day. Ambassador whispered alone looking at darkness. Today we held line. Tomorrow we build future. Stars outside reflected in his tears like small lights fighting night. Camera zooms out. Galaxy visible like one beating heart surrounded by darkness coming closer, but heart glowing stronger than ever.